Hey guys, Nananki here, bringing you another Team Fortress 2 gameplay commentary. And the other day, I was playing on some Badwater. You know, Badwater's cool. I like Badwater. And I joined this map with like 30 seconds left. You know, jumped on demo because I thought if anything's going to make a difference, it's going to be demo. But I didn't have enough time or good enough aim, for that matter, to make the difference. So this team did not even manage to get the first point on offense, unfortunately. So I was thinking, you know what, for the next round, we didn't have any spies. I was like, you know what, I'm going to go spy, rather than try to play demo again. See if I can't get something accomplished as spy. And my loadout was left over from the last time I was playing spy, the Diamondback and the Spycicle. But I didn't really feel like using that loadout, and good lord, what was up with my eyes there? I have no idea. That's why I switched to the Ambassador and the regular knife, which is my standard loadout. And you can see there's a lot of people on the cart, and good lord, is there ever a lot of people on the cart. I thought, you know, I could go for a stab there and maybe pick one of those medics, but then I was absolutely sure to get gunned down. And you can see in the kill feed there that spy, he gets away with a couple kills before they kill him. Exactly 2. Before the group murders him. And I just backed off, and it worked out pretty well because I picked the medic in the end anyway. And the other spy got a couple of the people on the cart, but the cart is still rolling forward. I'm getting the same health and ammo cache. And I saw that gunfire from a heavy, and I thought, wait, that was red. Yeah, they had a crits going off. Well, that's cool. That cleared the cart right up, and figured I'd back them up, but I'm being shot from the back. I've been made, so I'm just going to run around in a little circle here and go for the health. But luckily that heavy did not pursue me or call me out in any meaningful way, because I'm not being chased, and no one seems to be paying attention to me. And as long as that's the case, I figure I will drop in on the sniper here, get a headshot and a body shot, and just finish him off nice and quick. But no, he's got backup from a medic. I don't even think I could kill him with rapid fire shots if a medic's on him. Luckily for me, he has a really short memory and just not even looking around for me in the slightest. And this guy is not paying attention either. Obvious spy is obvious. Always disguise as your own team when you're rolling out. It makes you stand out a little bit less. Of course, if the engineer was legit and running completely blindly, I would have backstabbed him anyway. So they did get the next point already right below the roof, and I thought, geez, that's unfortunate. Heavy bought my disguise, Pyro didn't, but I was able to get away. Again, if you're a Pyro and you kill a spy, keep burning for just another second or two. You might catch him if he's dead ringing his way out of there. You never know, especially if he turns around to backpedal and look at you while he's running away. Yeah, here's where I stepped off the ledge and it changed what I'm pretty sure would have been a headshot into a body shot. And if it was just me and him, I'd probably try to fight it out, but there's plenty of other people shooting at us, me in particular, and I don't want to die, so I'm out of there. Caution is the better part of valor. That's the credo of the spy. At least when I'm playing him, it is. So, lone medic headed to the front down the tunnel by himself, nice and isolated. And if I'd been smart, I wouldn't have run so close to the corner there, because he got a swing on me. If it had been a crit, he would have killed me, and I would have been like, oh my god, I was robbed. But rather than try to shoot the NG there, I just let him smack me to let me go invisible and get up around this ledge, assuming I can walk upstairs like a competent human being. That way I can get health and cloak and not be obvious. And if I don't have the element of surprise on my side, generally I'm not going to force the issue. It's just not going to generally be advantageous. Like, yeah, sure, I could pull out the Ambassador and go for headshots on the NG and, for all I know, draw the attention of even more of his teammates in the process and do no good for anyone. You know, heavy, big back, big target. Definitely got to go for that. I noticed the NG's nest there, and it's definitely, you know, it's cramping my style. No doubt about it. So I want to sap it. I don't even see the NG around. I figured I'd pull a sap and run with that Pyro around the corner, but no, he's coming this way, and I'm after that scout because I saw him way up there, apparently. I didn't see him just now watching the replay of it, but I must have seen him when I was playing a couple days ago. When I had time to sit down and play for a couple rounds. But more to the point here, circling around back to this side like a good spy should, and I'm trying to cut these corners as tight as possible, and I got overhealed by a medic, and then the beam came off, so I halfway expected him to have made me and start attacking me in the back, but luckily for me, everybody was more concerned with the Pyro. WM1 Pyro, greater concern. I had 3 health there. If that Pyro had continued to burn the area and not just believed my death, then I would have been probably SOL, which is to say, so out of luck. Another obvious spy, even if it was a scout with the new blaster, I still would have got him. And I was wondering, I really wish I had seen what inspired that tirade from my fellow teammate there, yelling at our engineer for not killing a spy, apparently, who, I guess he must have been standing there for a long time. I don't know what happened exactly, but this NG nest has to be dealt with, and luckily for me, the NG is just standing directly behind his dispenser in one spot, so I didn't have to move my aim a hair. If I can get away with having to not move my aim a hair, I can usually pull that trick off. If the NG immediately starts strafing left and right like a madman, it's a little bit more difficult. I've seen equal parts success and failure on that one. And that was like the bodyguard for the teleporter there, taking a bullet for it, but not enough. And, you know, I'm content with the damage I've done. I'm making my escape at that point. You don't want to hang around the scene of the crime for too long. People will associate the area that they died in with the way that they died, and if you are hanging out in the same spot, then they will be looking for a spy in that spot. So it's best to go after them at some other section of the map, make a big figure 8 pattern or something between health and ammo and so forth. And so, yeah, again, like 5 people come around the corner at once, and lucky for me, managed to make an escape, pick up health, run, you know, 90-degree angles, corner to corner, hope for the best. And as much as I don't like to steal metal from NGs, he was just taking too long. I was even thinking like, oh man, there's an NG trying to build up here. You're taking too long, my metal. Sorry, buddy. I need it more. I have places to be. I have to go right now, or I'm going to be late. So late. So once again, I've made my way back around to their spawn, and I see everybody running, so it's like, well, there probably is not a telly set up. There is not a telly set up. And I thought I might be screwed there because of that sticky jumping or rocket jumping fellow, and their attention being just diverted backwards. But luckily for me, that medic thought some other pyro was a spy. I don't know. That pyro is not a spy. That pyro is in fact a pyro. He's just not paying attention to people shooting at him. Which is cool with me. I appreciate it because it takes a few tries sometimes for me to get those headshots. If everybody was so cooperative, I'd get a lot more of them. Yep, we managed to hold for 5 minutes now at essentially the roof, or immediately after the roof, despite having lost the roof quite a while ago. Again, it's not worth it to try to chase a spy, so you're not going to catch him generally. I got all the way down the tunnel with the dead ringer. If they had chased me and picked the right direction, they would have still been in a difficult spot to catch me. So, and you've only got like a 1 in 4 chance of picking the right direction. Which is why I like the dead ringer spy, because you're going to make people either waste so much time chasing you that you're being effective, or they can try to ignore you, in which case, hey, have a good time with that. Like this guy, if you just run in a straight line and never check your back, you're going to be backstabbed. That's the inevitable conclusion of that situation. I wish I hadn't whooshed out of that confrontation so early, because that's what I was trying to do there. I don't know what happened to me there exactly. And furthermore, I don't know how I was ignored on fire for such a long time to make my escape like that. But yeah, I should have just kept the knife going there, because that second pyro, I had his back open. I could have made that some kind of crazy rampage. But yeah, sometimes, once in the bluest of moons, and it's I don't think it's my keyboard, but occasionally I'll get like one of my strafe buttons stuck down or something. And there I finally got my correct approach on that sniper. Like, I screwed up killing snipers with the ambassador so many times in this round. And right there, I thought I missed my chance to get the medic, but luckily for me, his back was just on enough of an angle that I was able to get him, and then the chain of people after him as well. And rather than shoot at a pyro on the roof and try to go for headshots, your best bet is probably to not stand out in the open, not watching your left whatsoever. Even though I did not get penalized for that, nobody came at that particular moment, I could have just as easily been gunned down so easily. If it had been a pyro or something, or sticky bombs, it would have been the end of that so quickly and easily. Yeah, I see we've got a crits there, and the only thing in the back porch here is a freaking scout. And I slipped off the edge there trying to go around the pyro to make sure I got his back, and I missed the scout there as well. And you know what, I'm 1 shot from death. 39 health is enough, I know, with the scattergun. You know, at that range, I'm like, you know what, dead ringer. I didn't kill him in the window of opportunity that I had. Dead ringer. That's usually your best bet. And now this NG is fully set up. He's got a dispenser and everything. I don't even need to worry about leaving the health and the metal for him, because he's got the dispenser, so he doesn't even need it. And that means that I can refocus my efforts to keeping their teleporter down and their NG frustrated as hell. Which is usually my feeling if I manage to get spied a few times. If it becomes a recurring theme, if it becomes a redundant event, then I'm just so frustrated. And I see that scout was watching people's backs and everything for him, but you know what, that heavy right there, he had like no health left, and the headshot I think hit one of the medics. And I just about emptied the revolver and was like, yeah, time to retreat. But you know what? I had that guy so low on health that at least the pyro that came around the corner was able to just kill him immediately instead of having time for the heavy to spin up and actually get some shots in on him. And again, trying to be helpful, trying to jump into the mix immediately, I just almost had my cloak ready. Did you see how close that came? That's because after a while, I don't really play by looking at the gauges. I don't even think to look at the gauges. I just kind of play by feel. I knew I just picked up the medal. I knew I was going to have cloak ready in a moment. I saw a teammate battling somebody. I was like, you know what? I'm going to jump in there. I'm going to intervene in this. And here's another fail moment. God, this is actually physically painful for me to watch. I didn't stab the pyro I should have stabbed. I didn't stab the heavy I should have stabbed. The only thing I did right here was get away. And even that was more attributable to their not chasing me than it was to anything I did. Yeah, like my running in straight lines is so revolutionary a concept. But all the same, it is time to make another run for the roof here, because obviously if they can hold the roof and push down from the roof, it makes it really difficult to do anything from the front, because they have the high ground. I aim too high there. And again, dead ringer, out of there. Just going to rotate around. They still don't have a telly set up, to the best of my knowledge. And so I'm going to, get again, fill up my cloak, especially since I just died a little moment ago. I'm like, you know what, getting full cloak, even if it means I'm nowhere near the front line for the moment. And I was thinking I would head back up to the roof, and then I saw a telly. And I thought, oh, well, good, I can go for that. But even better, I can go for that after having killed the NG. And although I was shot by a heavy for a moment, he just kind of gave up and left me alone. You know, pick up the health, and man, that teleporter's in a corner. And now even better, I've seen the direction it faces, and although I missed that stab on the medic, he didn't see me. So now it's spy happy fun time. Teleporter camping. The best, most funnest activity ever in the history of spy playing. I don't know why I like this so much. There's just something about you come out of a telly just dead. I just love it. I very rarely manage that, because a good NG has his gun and his telly and so forth set up together, and his teammates around. You know, so you can't put that all the way on the NG, but he didn't have teammates around. And he did have the thing facing away from the wall, but it wasn't all the way up against the wall. It's got to be all the way up against the wall, or the spy can get in there and do what I did. So let that be a lesson to you. If you're playing NG, put your teleporter up against the wall, facing away from it. You can, you know, right mouse click or whatever your button is for rotate your buildings to rotate your buildings. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I do greatly appreciate it. As always, like it if you liked it, and I will catch you next time. Peace.